We're gonna skate to one song only.
Lava, hot player, red rock player, minutes in the game. You niggas not players. We linen in the boot, spinning in the coupe. Player, I throw the dice, spinning with the loot.
Yo. Welcome back to another episode of the Sandbox Podcast. Today we got a very special guest, a OG, a legend, not just in the city, but, you know, in music, period. Ab Liva, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, 6ix9ine
Appreciate you brothers having me here.
Appreciate you pulling through.
Yeah.
Smooth thug.
Yeah, throwback shit.
It's crazy how we met. I had bumped into you at the Pusha T concert.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
We just chopped it up and whatnot. There was a lot of love there. It was a good show. It was my first time catching the show because I work with Pusha, you know, on the creative end and, you know, A&R and a lot of that shit, working on the music. So to get there and then see the show, and all the songs performed and shit like that was dope. It was a good one.
You wasn't at the last time he came here?
I probably was. We move around a lot, whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, usually when he hit the road and shit like that, that's my time off for me to like move around and do shit I do. So I enjoy this time off.
All right. Yeah, we supposed to get this in for a couple weeks now, but you know, I understood. Like you move around a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Busy man.
Yeah, but now we here, so I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Nah, most definitely. Y'all in the cut.
Yeah. We out the way. Yeah, we out the way. Money, what's up, bro? How was your week?
My week was good, man. Actually, I had a crazy week, bro. So I ain't tell you I had to like save somebody's life.
No.
You always got a crazy ass story.
My life is a movie, bro. So I'm this was like 2 days ago. I was going to the Poppy store, you know, my usual, get my weekend Big Dutchess. And there was this old head sitting on the step. And he was just sitting there. He looked like he was like out of breath. I'm like, you good, bro? He was like, yeah, I'm good. Just waiting for my food. So I go in the store. He come in right behind me. And I grab a juice. He goes to the counter to pay for his shit. Old head just fall back and pass out. And when he passed out, he hit his head. And blood started coming out. He had to give away CPR, like call 911. Mommy like, Poppy, save him. Like,
wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was my week, bro. That
Did
was
he make it?
the highlight of my week. Yeah, no, yeah. And it's crazy. He got there like 15 minutes later, bro. I gave him CPR. He woke up, and then the ambulance got there, and they did their little whatever they did. But I'm glad it wasn't like he wasn't, you know, like dying, or wasn't a gunshot or nothing because they got there really late. Like it took him a minute. And what's crazy is it happened at the corner of like, let's just say like 11th and Lindley. It's a fire department at 11th and Lawton, which is literally 3 blocks up. Yeah. And they got a paramedic right there. Right. It took them 15 minutes. And they didn't come from that zone. They came from a whole different zone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know what that was about, but
at least he survived.
Yeah. It was.
Thank God he made it, yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
Man, how about you, bro?
My week been good, man.
Okay.
My birthday week, I chilled.
Yeah, happy birthday, my guy.
Thank you, I'm getting up there.
Yeah, big 3-0.
Yeah, it started in.
How you feel?
I feel I'm getting old. That's how I feel.
Knees cracking yet?
Yeah, it might rain today. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
You at that age, bro? You can feel the rain in your body?
Yo, sometimes I feel the rain, bro.
I can, bro. I got a rod in my hip.
You don't be feeling that shit, bro?
I can smell it.
I feel that shit in my hip, bro.
Yeah.
When it rains.
My knees hurt sometimes.
I don't be feeling, but I definitely can smell it. I'm at the age, I guess.
Like the weather about to change or something.
Yeah. Hey, Liva, what's going on? How was your week, man?
Chilling, man. It was good. Got to be off from work and be home and enjoy just moving around and stuff. A few endeavors I started here in Philly that I've been working on. And then they had a surprise birthday party for Gil last night.
Happy birthday to Gil.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I slid through there and it was a good time, man. Turned all the way up.
Yeah. How Gil going? Because I know he been going through with Ross a couple of weeks. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I definitely been seeing that.
It was definitely entertaining, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's at the end of, you know, whatever that's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Where was the party at, if you could, like...
It was like a little event space on Tacony. I never even paid attention to the spot right off 95.
That's how them Jones be.
Yeah, when I pulled up, I'm like, I ain't know nothing was going on here, but they had it like set up real live and whatnot. So it was like a Harlem Nights thing. You dig what I'm saying? So it was a black tie affair, dress up.
Yeah, it looked like it was like a downtown spot, like the way it looked. Like it looked real spazzy.
Yeah, they
like.
decked it out. So yeah, I mean, it was fire though. It was lit, open bar all night. Yeah.
No, I know you got fucked up.
Oh no, went down like a strip on a pole. Yeah, it was a good one.
Oh man. Yeah, my week was pretty good. You know, just preparing for this cookout from yesterday. So
Yeah.
Cookout turned out to be real good, real dope. Got to meet some good people. So
Yeah, I crashed out like
you went down kind of early.
Really?
not right after you left, bro. I took a little nap in the car.
You took a nap in the car?
Yeah, I went to the car to get some more weed, but
You said while I'm here,
I'm
a
gonna
couple
just
Z's.
Yeah, you did all like my bed.
little 10 minutes. He came and woke me up like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I think I came with some weed, but I guess I fell asleep. Then I went back to the party and continued the party. Yeah. That shit was lit though.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Thank you for everybody that came out.
Shout out to Porsche.
Yeah, shout out to Porsche, bro.
Yeah.
Held that shit. Yo, that woman held that shit down,
She getting that
cooked,
shit
grilled,
done.
cleaned up, all that shit. Like, all I did was like go to the market and help her buy food. That's all I did. So, other than that,
I pulled up drunk already, so y'all know what that was.
yeah, you out of pocket.
I still love y'all, man.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
Y'all held shit
You
down.
was supposed to help, bro.
Just a
I
pregame.
did help. I cashed up, y'all.
That always helps.
I cashed up.
He played his role, he said.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. Ab Liva, man.
Yeah,
You a rapper, A&R,
yeah.
Businessman.
Businessman.
businessman. What else you got? Any other titles I don't know about?
Oh man, entrepreneur. I mean, actually, some dope shit that's going on. I actually just became a part of, two companies that we just started here in Philly. Really
Okay.
Just trying to build something in Philly. Carver Haggins, writer, producer, wrote most of the Music Soul Child hits.
Really?
Like Floetry. List goes on. He and I and a bunch of other creators from Philly, dope songwriters and producers came together and started a collective.
Okay.
About 4 months ago and whatnot, called The Ring. And it's we really about to like tear shit up. Like wanted something grounded in Philly. So everybody, because we all move around doing stuff in the industry, LA, New York, Miami, wherever stuff is going on, but it's nothing really rooted here at the crib.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so we started a collective here that's more like family. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We got
right,
our own studio space that we all working, cooking up, writing songs for our outside artists that we're developing.
Okay.
As well as like just trying to put great music out,
Right.
represent the city and whatnot. So
Okay.
that and I started a music publishing company.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, just getting on the business side of things. I still am on the creative end, but stepping into the business side is something this year I concentrated on.
Okay. Yeah, we need that, man.
Definitely.
Definitely in the
Definitely in
city.
the city, yeah, for sure.
There's always been talent here, but not like you say the business side. It hasn't been here.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, we trying to create something dope that's here that everybody outside of here got to come here to get, and everybody that's here that's working that's dope. We trying to bring in and get everybody on.
Okay.
That's cool. But you want to know something random?
Yeah.
Since he said that about like the music and Philly and stuff, I was I'm a documentary bull, so I came across Teddy Pendergrass, John.
Yeah.
And I didn't know
Right.
the impact he had on the city. Like,
No.
'cause I knew he was
from
bull,
North. Yeah.
but I didn't know he was bull like really
Yeah.
bull. Like
Yeah.
he really.
There's a lot of musical talent like from the city, bro. Like
that you wouldn't know was from here. Too,
Yeah.
like the OJs. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Most definitely, yeah. It's a lot like if you do your homework, you start finding out, or like you say, you run across documentaries, you find out like, man, we got a rich history.
yeah,
With producers and writers and stuff that's from here, and the sound of Philadelphia. That was a huge label that just about everybody that was in R&B music was signed to was here in Philly. So a lot of the cats that were a part of that, their children and like now grandchildren are a lot of musicians that's coming up that it go back that far.
yeah, you're right. Like a name I always heard coming up was Kenny Gamble.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
I never really knew like his impact like until I like started getting into music and watching his stuff, and he really bored too. Like it's crazy to all of the artists and history we have here that's unknown.
Yeah.
Because people know, but people don't know.
Why is it like that, though, you think? Like, why we think Philly don't get the respect that we deserve to come to the music thing?
Well, I think it's like a double-edged sword because I feel like the people in the industry know. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of the people outside of the industry don't know because it is just something that's like just hyped up all the time. When you think of musical cities, you think of like New York or LA or whatever the case may be. But the people that's in the music industry or that really study music know how impactful Philly is. Just about all of our, for me doing music with the Clips and Pharrell and moving around for years, traveling and everybody I would run into that would be on tour, all the R&B cats, their bands were from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody I ran across, I would know like the Philly dudes that's playing in their bands. Like when you watch the award shows, Adam Blackstone does the music for most of these joints. He from Philly. Everybody in his band is from Philly. You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
So behind the scenes, it's a whole lot of Philly talent that's out there that just most people don't know or like pay attention to.
Right. So how was it for you, like coming up in Philly as a young boy, like in your heyday?
Nah, it was dope, man. You know, I'm from North, I'm from Erie Avenue, and just talking to y'all, around the way is hilarious.
Small world,
super small,
real small,
and whatnot. And it was crazy because when I first started doing music, like I had nobody really to look at like this is the blueprint because nobody in Philly like was on like outside of Will Smith. You didn't
and around what time was that?
And this Roots, this was like the late '90s, like mid to late '90s.
Okay.
The Roots.
Yeah, you're right.
The
Around
Roots,
that time.
Will Smith was the only people that had made some noise out of Philly. You know what I mean? So when me and my homies started making music, we didn't have a blueprint. It wasn't like you follow this to like get on. We just knew that we was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like me, Gil, Bump, Wallow, all of us. When we started, it was one dude in our hood that had a studio. My man Peanut. Had a studio at his mom's crib. He went on the third floor. His mom's room was right beneath. So we'd be up there recording all night. She hitting the floors, talking about, turn that shit down. You know what I'm saying? And he was the only person that had a studio that we knew that we could go to and record, and that's how we started.
Okay. What part of area you from exactly?
16th for Erie.
16th
right
area.
Yeah,
Right on Erie.
Yeah. 16th Street between Erie and Butler.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
man.
right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Yep. And Gil is from 15th and Pike, between Pike and Butler.
Okay.
Close to the Pike.
And Bump J, he from 18th, right?
18th in Ontario.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all right there.
Spade from Nicetown.
Yeah, Spade from Nicetown.
And I'm from Logan.
Dutch. Where Dutch?
Logan.
Where Dutch
That's
from?
just from Smedley Street.
Really?
Yeah,
Smelly. That's your block.
Like
That's my block.
but he's Smedley down.
The other side of it. Yeah, the other side. Yeah.
He down like Tioga.
Okay.
Yeah, Tioga.
Oh yeah, he down.
Yeah. Down there and whatnot. But yeah, man, we all from the same neighborhood.
Bianca.
Bianca was the only one.
She from
that's
South
outside.
Philly,
She's from
right?
South Philly. So we kind of had all started doing music, like mixtapes. So it was before we really put out our first mixtape, but we just was recording.
Yeah.
And Bump ran into, met Bianca and whatnot. We had seen her a few times and whatnot, and then we kind of brought her into the fold. So she was really the only one outside of us that wasn't from our neighborhood, but she was there from like as soon as we started putting mixtapes out.
Is it true that Bianca knew Beans at one point before?
Yeah. They knew each other.
I heard that Beans was like taught Bianca how to rap. Is that true?
I'm not sure if he taught her how to rap, but she was around them. It was with a few of them that did music. Like, and it's crazy because before record deals, when Gil and I first started like making noise, it used to be a little spot that used to pop in South Philly called Barry's, and we went down there to perform one night. And Beans and the dudes he was doing music was performing as well. And Bianca was in the crowd, like trying to get the mic, to get on and whatnot. And this before like any record deals or anything.
Yeah.
We all were just just trying to make something happen.
Okay. Where your love for music stem from?
My pop.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my pop was he played the sax a little bit, but he was a huge fan of music. So he had like an extensive record collection. He had like maybe like 1,500, 2,000 records.
Okay.
That was always in my crib. I mean, you couldn't like sit down because it was records.
Sheesh.
That's a lot
And he would
of
play
music.
music all the time. You know what I'm saying? So even without me paying attention to it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, listening.
Yeah, it was getting installed into you.
Yeah. And then, and it's crazy how small of a world it is and how God's plan is. Because when I was in high school, there was a dude that was a little older than me. He had a rap group and he was a producer and whatnot. He was making music. So when I got out of high school, we started going to his crib. You know what I'm saying? For him to like, produce, and I was just watching and learning.
Yeah.
My pop had the record collection, so I would go take records from my pop crib, take it over to his crib and whatnot. So he's where I kind of learned really how to do music.
Okay.
And when I started making moves in the industry and whatnot, and met Pharrell, come to find out that he Pharrell's cousin.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
So the dude who I learned how to make music with, it's
What's
Pharrell's
Pharrell's
cousin.
It's really small world.
Connection is
that's
crazy, yeah.
crazy,
Like a
like-
small
And he's
world.
the reason that Pharrell make music. Like when I met Pharrell and told him, like, because I ran into my homeboy right before me and Gil went down there to work with Pharrell. So when I was like, yo, we about to go work with the dude Pharrell. Pharrell was just before he blew up. And he like, dog, that's my cousin, right? I was like, no. He like, nigga, family reunion cousin. Like, get the fuck out of here. So when Pharrell and Pusha come pick me up, the first time I met him. We talking, I'm like, yo, you know Lee Johnson in Philly? Like, dog, it's my cousin, like cousin. I used to come to Philly for the family reunion and shit. They had a studio and shit. I mean, that's why I learned how to like make beats and shit. You know what I mean, so it's just crazy how small of a world and how.
So you know how to make beats too?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I co-produce. I point out, nigga, I want that beat, that drum, that snare, that horn.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But hitting the buttons, no.
Okay. All right. So at what age did you start rapping, and then that rapping? How did you meet Gilly? And,
Yeah. So what happened was in high school, I was like just bullshitting. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like not doing my work. Like I was, just writing rhymes.
What high school you went to?
Ben Franklin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just bullshitting in school and whatnot and writing little raps and shit. But after I got out of school, you know what I mean? Like I said, my man had the studio. So me and my homies, we just started going over there and learning. But it wasn't like I thought it was like, this how you gonna get a record deal, shit gonna blow up and all that. It was just kind of like, nigga, we rap. This dude got a studio, let's go through it, whatever the case may be. And I used to play ball back then. So I went to this cookout that my wife's mom's job used to have every summer.
Okay.
I was out there playing. It was out in Bluebell, and we out there playing ball. And there was a young boy that was on my team, and he had game. He just was talking shit too much. And I'm like, shorty, you could play, but you just talk too much. And it was Gil. And long story short, like maybe like a month or so later, I seen him down Erie Avenue. And I recognized him from out there. I said, yo, what you doing around here? He like, man, I live right here. And that's how we met and whatnot.
Okay.
And as time went on, but like I said, he didn't rap. He just played ball. You know what I'm saying? So a couple years later, he go to college on scholarship and shit. He went to Cabrini and shit. And then he ran into my brother one day. My brother seen me like, yo, Farrell, that's his real name, Farrell. Man, Farrell talking about he bust your ass and rapping. I'm like, basketball, Farrell? He's like, yeah. So I seen him like the next day. So I said, yo, you told my brother you bust my ass and rapping? He like, yeah. So I said, go ahead and spit something. So he spit a rhyme and shit. So I started rhyming. He told me, oh, hey, I was tripping. You know what I mean? And then from there, like, we kept it going. You know what I'm saying? I started taking him to the studio and whatnot. And then he and Wallow really, started locking in. And then we started going to my man Peanut crib. And then the figures kind of just, went from there.
Okay. So it's true that Wallow was the original creator of Major Figures?
Yeah. Wallow and Gil started Major Figures. And we used to all be at Peanut crib recording.
Okay.
I was in a different group at the time. And then Wallow wound up getting locked up. And when he got locked up, me and Gil still was doing music together. And then I left the group I was in. And then me and Gil bumping on them just started really like recording together and whatnot. And it just turned into, the figures. Okay.
All right, so when did Bup J, Spade, and Dutch get into the situation?
Yeah, they were all there when we were recording at Peanut crib. Like right before Wallow got locked up, that's when we all started like recording.
Oh, okay. Everybody came to
it. Yeah, everybody just happened to be there. We wasn't even like a official group, but we all used to be crammed in this nigga room.
Right, just
like,
rapping together.
Just rapping and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And Wallow went down and then we just kind of kept it going and shit.
All right. Who came up with that logo? Because that's an iconic logo.
Yeah, it was a dude, he used to do logos for a lot of people and whatnot, and we kept hitting him up like, dog, we need a logo. And then finally, like, all right, man, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send this over. And then he sent it over. He was like, oh, shit, nigga, that shit fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we went from there and got T-shirts made and all that shit and whatnot. I can't remember his first name offhand, but he was somebody that was around us back then.
I still got tees in the tuck?
Huh?
You still got tees in the tuck?
I do. I got a few.
Do you?
Yeah,
I need a tee. I need a tee.
Bump is a connect.
Really?
Yeah. I'll connect you guys because Bump got all the tees. He got all the mixtape shit and all that with him.
Really?
Yeah.
All the throwback.
So he still got the original?
He got the original, but he put them on fire sticks for you. Like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that mixtape. Not to jump the gun, but I remember like my brother coming in the crib playing that mixtape and would play that shit nonstop. I think my favorite joint was the Hot Boy freestyle.
Okay. That was a good
I remember playing that joint a lot as a young boy. Yeah, that was a
Nah, man, it's a funny story, and I'm gonna try to keep it short about how our first mixtape came about. Because we didn't set out to make a mixtape.
Right.
We was just going to Peanut crib and just recording. Like, yo, y'all can come through. I mean, I got a beat or instrumental, and we're just, rapping shit.
Okay.
There was a dude that used to be sitting in there chilling named Mark that was Peanut's homie. He wasn't our homie, but he was Peanut homie.
Okay.
Who the studio was. So he was just cool because he'd just be in there chilling. He was a little older than us and shit, but he'd just be chilling. And we ain't pay him no mind. So what we didn't know at the time was he was recording us, like when we would just be in there. Like he had a recorder. Like when we in there talking shit, whatnot, he just recording us. So one day he took all the freestyles that we had did and took some of when he was recording us and used it as skits. You know what I'm saying? To put between some of the songs.
Oh, wow.
And made a mixtape without asking us.
Yeah.
Like, the nigga made a mixtape without asking.
Yeah.
We ain't know this nigga was recording us. We're like, what kind of weird ass shit? You know what I'm saying? None of that. But the mixtape was fire.
And it was that shit was genius, too.
Exactly. Yeah. When I got a copy of it, like somebody stole it out my car. You dig what I'm saying? So I went back to Peanut like, yo, I need another copy. So he made me another copy, and then that's how I went. Niggas just started stealing it from other niggas. You know what I mean? And then we wound up pressing it up, and that's how our first mixtape came about. We ain't even set out to make it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Just happened.
It just happened.
Shout out the old head word on the corner.
Marcus Graham. Marcus Graham.
Yeah, That's Us. What was that process like?
It was funny about Yeah, That's Us because up to that point, you know, we was making mixtapes, so we was doing like all just hard ass street beats. You dig what I'm saying? So we got offered a deal with Rockefeller. What was the label they was giving Siegel's manager?
Because Dame and Jay was looking for y'all first, right?
Yeah, we were gonna sign with them, but they were giving Siegel's manager a label, and they wanted us to sign to them under Rockefeller.
Really?
We didn't necessarily want to sign to that company under there, but it was a deal that was on the table, that was in the works. So ultimately, when it all lined up, the paperwork and the bread and all that wasn't what we felt like was sufficient. You dig what I'm saying to begin a relationship. So we were like, listen, let's go in the studio, do our own album. We got enough of buzz in Philly that, we can create some noise, and then we'll be able to go on the labels with black and white on what we sold. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
And make something happen. So that's what we did. We recorded our own album, but we knew we needed a single.
Okay.
Like, so they was like, yo, we need something that the radio could play, Power 99 could play or whatnot. So I think I had went to L.A. And I met Dre. And while I was there, they called me like, yo, we got the record. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, cool. So I get back, and they play Yeah, That's Us. And when I first heard it, I'm like, man, this shit's super fucking radio. Like, fuck I'm supposed to say to this shit, man?
And when you say Dre, you mean Dr. Dre?
Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know what the fuck I should say to it because the beat was so different than, it was like a
what y'all usually get,
radio beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to rhyming the hard ass beats. You know what I mean? So I was like, shit. What the fuck I'm gonna say to this beat? Just kind of happy. You know what I'm saying? Like real light joint or whatnot. I mean, then I thought back, and I'm a huge fan of Big. He's my favorite rapper.
Okay.
And all Big singles was like radio joints. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that made it dope was he was always himself on them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what took away from however pop the beat was. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let me just talk my shit how I would talk to this beat and whatnot. And then that's how Yeah, That's Us came about.
Okay. Jermaine Dupri was supposed to be on that?
I'm not sure, but he was a huge fan of it. The crazy thing is we won the ASCAP Song of the Year for that joint, and it beat out Bow Wow, who he had just put out.
Okay.
Whatnot. But I ran into him a couple of times and whatnot, and he told me how he fucked with it. So
okay.
I'm not sure if he was supposed to be on it, but
was it supposed to like a remix or something like that?
We did a remix to it.
Okay.
He didn't have anything to do with it, but I know that he was a fan of the song, and it was some talks, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Okay. Now the Rockefellers conversation, was that before or after Rough Nation?
It was before.
Before.
Yeah. So what happened is, we had got cool with Siegel right around the time that he started, rocking with Jay-Z and them.
Okay.
We literally met him like that same week that he met them. You know what I mean? So when he went up Cosmic Kev for the first time, when they heard, yo, they got somebody from Philly that signed to Rockefeller, he called us and was like, yo, man, I'm going up to the radio station. Why don't y'all come up here with me? So us, Beans, and Philly Most Wanted, we all had just met and had got cool.
Okay.
So when we went up Pound 99, Cosmic Kev, I don't think up to that point he had let anybody ever come up there and rap.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? No. Especially from Philly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when we all went up there that day, he put on a bunch of beats and just let us just go wild.
Tear that joint down.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there, it kind of turned into conversations. Rockefellers, they had us coming up there rhyming for Jay-Z and, Dame Dash and all them and whatnot, and they wanted to sign us. It was just a process of them trying to get the label they were trying to create with Bean's manager. They said it's going to take a little while to get done. So in the meantime, we was hollering at other labels, but we knew we had that in the back pocket.
Okay.
Ultimately, when it came through, like I said, it didn't line up for us, like, paper-wise and everything and whatnot. So we turned the deal down. And then after that, that's kind of how State Property came about.
Okay.
I mean, because they had a deal on the table and whatnot, and, they wanted a Philly group. So they put, all the pieces together from the different groups in Philly, and that's how State Property came about.
Okay. Dutch and Spade, they had their own situation too, right?
Yeah, they was
Entertainment.
Yeah, they was signed to Entertainment.
Okay.
That was big, homie.
Right.
Yeah, he had signed Cameron.
Yeah.
Cam and Charlie Baltimore, and then he signed Dutch and Spade, and then Gil was signed to Suave House, which was a down south label at the time. They had like 8 Ball and MJG and shit.
And you had your situation.
And then I went out like literally right before we did the Rough Nation deal. I went to L.A. With Dr. Dre, and I started working with Dre, and I was signed to a production company his A&R had out there.
Okay.
So we had other things going on outside of just the Rough Nation situation.
I was gonna ask you, how did you link up with Dre?
What happened was when we put our independent album out, my manager had sent a copy to a homegirl he had in L.A. Just like, yo, these my young niggas from around the way. Tell me what you think. And she let people from Aftermath hear it. Like, we didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? Then they reached out to us and was like, yo, they asked about me. They asked about Spade. Spade was signed to Un. So, yeah, I mean, they flew me out and whatnot. And then that's how me and Dre started working.
Okay. I had another question. Forgive me, because I'm trying to remember. You gotta remember we was young boys.
Exactly.
So like I remember,
we learning as you speak it too.
Yeah. How did you link up with Pharrell?
That came about from Gil. Because when Gil was signed to Suave House, they was trying to sign me too to a solo deal. So everywhere they would send Gil, they would send me too. You know what I'm saying? Because I was helping Gil's like structure songs, and you know what I'm saying. And they was trying to get me to sign to the label.
Okay.
So when they sent them to work with Pharrell, that's when we went down the first time, and then I met Pharrell and Pusha and all them and whatnot. You know what I mean? And then by the time we left, they was like, yo, we want to rock with you on, you know what I'm saying, whatever you do. I don't know if you sign it with this label, but we want to rock with you moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, like I told you, how time and being God is. So 6 months later, after I met them and whatnot, they came to Philly for Philly Most Wanted video shoot. So I pull up to the video shoot, Pharrell, the clips out there, we out there chopping it up and whatnot. And then they heard my man Roscoe P. Cold Chain out there.
Yeah, shout out to Roscoe.
You know what I mean? And they was like, yo, man, we like dude. For us, like, yo, man, I think he fire. I was like, that's my youngin'. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I didn't see them for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? They went, back to Virginia and whatnot. I started going rocking with Dre in L.A. I came home around the holidays. My brother just got out of jail, so I was taking him out. So we went to Transit. It's a spot used to pop on Spring Garden. So they
remember that name.
Yeah, so they wanted like a bean to get into the party. You know?
Yeah.
And it was like midnight. So my brother like, yo, don't pay like dues for us to go on this joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you sure? So my man came walking out. And he's like, yo, y'all trying to go in this jam? And they gave me 2 armbands. So when me and my brother walk in, Pharrell and Pusha walking down the steps. You know what I mean? I hadn't seen them since the Philly Most Wanted shoot 2 years ago. So they was like, yo, what's up, man? We was just talking about you. Like, Pharrell got the label. You know what I'm saying? We working on our album. We just was talking about you. And it sounded like some bullshit to me. Like, we ain't seen nigga in 2 years and shit. And they was like, man, Pusha was like, yo, is this still your number? And I was like, nah. So I gave him my number. And then like 2 days later, the girl from Star Trek called, like, yo, you on a flight going to Virginia on Wednesday? I was like, oh, these niggas want bullshit. You know what I mean? Then I flew down there, and then I got on their first album and shit. And then that turned into us, like, rocking on every other Clips album, every Pusha album. Like, we became family, but that's how we met. That's crazy.
And then y'all came over with Goddamn.
Yeah, goddamn. Yeah, when I flew down there, so I fly down there. So Wednesday morning, I get up to fly down there. So I'm like, shit, I don't know what I'm rhyming to. I don't know what we doing. I don't got no verses or nothing. So I was like, well, let me write down 8 bars. So if I got 8 bars, I got something to, you know what I'm saying, go off of. So I'll write it mid-tempo. So if it's slow, I can slow it down. If it's fast, I can speed it up. So when I get there, Pusha picked me up from the airport. So I was like, yo, what the joint sound like? He like, nigga, you're here when you get to the studio. So we go get something to eat. You know what I mean? We go to the studio. And then when the engineer put on Hot Damn beat, I was like, hold up. Nigga, I get to rhyme to this fucking beat. Nigga.
That's a legendary beat.
So I took the 8 bars I had, and I put 4 bars to start it off, and then I put 4 bars to end it. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when you first write something, you don't know how fire it is. I mean, it just feel right to you. You know what I mean? So I go in there and record it, and I'm like, man, I think I killed it. You know what I mean? So then Pharrell came in like an hour later, and that nigga was just tripping. Like, nigga, this shit crazy. I was like, all right, now this shit right. You know what I mean? And then it turned into, goddamn.
Okay. Where part of Philly is Roscoe from?
North.
He from North Philly too?
Yeah.
Shit.
God damn, yo.
Yeah. He from down like 18th.
Okay.
Oxford, Jefferson, like down that way.
Oh yeah, I'm north.
Yeah, down north.
When you met Push the first time, were they the Clips?
Yeah. They were the wild part was they had a song that had came out
Is
like
that the one when they had the suits on?
Yes.
What's the name of that song? I can't remember.
The Funeral.
The Funeral.
Yeah,
Okay.
Funeral. And I had saw the video on BET, and I didn't know them niggas from Virginia.
Yeah.
The video looked like they was from like New Orleans.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, these some rapping ass niggas from
New Orleans.
and
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
right? Yeah, I mean, so when I went down there and met them, I was like, oh no, y'all niggas from Virginia. I thought y'all niggas from New Orleans. But they were the Clips. But it was after the first situation didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying? And then Star Trek came a few years later.
Okay.
But I met them right in the middle, like, before it took off.
Let's go back a little bit. So Spade had went away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And before that, y'all kind of had static with state property.
Yeah. And it's crazy, man, because hindsight is 20/20. And when you look back, man, like shit wasn't like, it wasn't even no deep shit.
Yeah.
So what happened was, when we said no to the Rockefeller deal, then ultimately it wound up, state property wound up happening.
Okay.
So then you had all of us who like young dudes from the city that's trying to get on. So now you got young niggas, you got money, and you got ego. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so it wasn't really like the members of either one of our groups. It was sometimes like the niggas that was around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga had an issue with this nigga, or whatever the case may be, and it was just like it was dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That unfortunately landed Spade in jail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he did his time. He came home, and then as we would see each other over time, cause we in the same city. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, if it wasn't that serious, it wasn't even worth anything. So for all them dudes, for us to be good, you know what I'm saying? Like in a good space and whatnot, it just lets you know that shit don't be that serious.
Yeah.
And grown men can talk and work shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Freeway was at Gil party last night.
Really?
And he spoke on how, man, at one time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
niggas was at odds, but realized it was dumb shit and niggas is grown and, we got genuine love for all them dudes.
Yeah.
Like you say, money and the ego, it'll
you
do
young,
that, man.
it's
a
money,
great
young.
combination.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you, how was the whole upcoming band of young black men, like in a city like this, how was that for you?
You know what? Looking back on it, it's funny because it's like, you want something and you like, man, I'm trying to obtain this. I'm working toward trying to get this. And then you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a record deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got advance. I got a check. I'm doing shows. I'm making money. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit coming to you while you young and trying to figure shit out. You got to be a grounded person, a super grounded person, or you can get caught up in all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, everywhere you go is love and this, that, and the other. And if you're not a grounded person that can deal with that, you can start to go left and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think when we got on, I'm 3 or 4 years older than my homeboys, Gil and Spade and all them. So I was a little more grounded than everybody was. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a girl, I started having kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like I was like adult.
It was a man,
Yeah. Whatnot. So I didn't get swayed by a lot of that shit that I seen. Not my homies, but like just because all of us got on around the same time.
Yeah.
Siegel, Freeway, like all of us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we all know each other from being in basements and little studios and Rug Studio and all that shit recording. So we all knew each other. So when niggas start getting success and record deals and all that shit, you were seeing niggas that you knew who, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, we used to all be in the basement together. And now you seeing niggas on TV and you know what I'm saying? And money come into, so like egos, I mean, sometimes get out of pocket.
So that beef, a lot of that beef was on rap DVDs as far as like Philly rap DVDs go.
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like y'all kind of made that the quote unquote criteria to get on as far as like an underground hip hop artist?
No, because back then it was before social media, so you kind of had to be dope and fire just to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like now with social media, just anything could get. You know what I'm saying? Like can go viral. And blow people up. Like you really had to have a skill set.
Yeah.
So we all were dope, like all of us, like Siegel, Freeway, like everybody was dope in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Like the beef shit came afterwards, but we already were known for, because niggas could really rap.
Right. I asked that because it felt like when you watch rap DVDs, it just was like everybody spit a hot 16, but then somehow it came to like everybody was dissing everybody. Meek was going at Reed was going at NH was going at this guy. It felt like that was the thing to do.
Because you get notoriety. When them joints start popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got like thousands and hundreds of thousands of people watching these joints. So now you got people chiming in from all over. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Oh, this person better, that person better.
That competition, right? To me, that's what it came from. The DVDs back then. Reed versus me. It was just a competition.
Yeah.
The Philly rap scene. It made everybody better too.
Yeah.
So you couldn't pull no punches. You had to go all the way in.
Nah, most definitely. And then in our city, man, you know, a lot of times we take shit too far.
Yeah, we cross the line sometimes.
We know we're taking shit too
yeah.
far. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, what people got to understand is a lot of shit, it be entertainment. I mean, you rap, you nice, you do your thing. You know, niggas go all the way left with it. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All your homies go all the way left with it, and then that's where shit get out of line.
Okay.
I think that's like now when niggas, you know, putting people dead homies in songs. Like,
Yeah, that's way
that's going all the way
Right,
left.
yeah,
Like,
that's
going all the way left.
That's out of pocket. Like, out of pocket.
It's a line you don't cross, you know.
Yeah.
It used to be a line.
Ain't no
It used to
line
be
no
you
more.
don't cross. Now it ain't.
Yeah, I got this thing where I'm just like, yo, I like when rap was like fake, I mean, quote unquote fake.
Entertainment.
Like, everybody nowadays, it's like, it's too real. It's like, why y'all really living these raps? Like, I don't
No, like even then, bro, I feel like rap was always real. It's just like it was just certain lines niggas knew not to cross.
You don't
Like
talk
rap
about
was
that,
always
don't
real. Like
you?
we always lost niggas to violence in rap. Like Biggie and Pac, that's the biggest one. It was always that, you know, a nigga can die being a rapper,
Yeah.
but still it was.
But even like with the rap DVD era, like niggas be like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you, bang, 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 when I see you was on site. We didn't really believe it though. Like I didn't really believe niggas was like,
It was just a hot ass bar.
yeah, that's all I.
It was entertainment.
It was
That's what
entertainment.
was.
Yeah.
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 But nowadays, these dudes really talk about the opposite. Then a week later,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what it is too though is niggas now is not just rappers, they really gangsters too. Like, but back then niggas was really like they was like the rap boy. He might talk that gangster shit, but he wasn't really busting his gun. Like now it's the nigga the nigga that busts his gun really be trying to rap now. And when he get popping, he's still the same nigga he was before he started rapping. He's still the nigga that busts his gun. So that's what I think it is now too. Like
I think it's a combination. It's partly that, and then I think it's like real shit. It's like social media, because so many people look at what they see and take it as real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't know the shit behind it. You just look and that's what you see. So niggas following a lot of niggas just following just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to differentiate between this is real and this is not real. They just look at everything as real. You know what I mean? It's sad.
All right, so let's go back. So at that point, Gil was signed to Cash Money.
Yeah.
Where was Spade was away?
Spade was away.
Dutch, was he still with Un?
Yeah, Dutch was with he was with Lil Kim.
Okay, right. He was Lil Kim, right? Bump J, where was he at this
Bump
point?
was in the city. He was here doing his thing.
What about Bianca?
I think B was still pursuing music then. Like we all were kind of like off doing their thing, because I was with Dr. Dre and them for a few years, and then I started running with the Clips and the Rehab Gang and all that.
Right.
Like I said, Spade was away. Dutch was with Lil Kim. Gil was with Cash Money. Rolex was still in the hood. And yeah, I think B was still Bianca. She was still, just pursuing music here.
Okay. All right, so that Cash Money beef with Gilly and Birdman and Wayne, what was that like, seeing it, from the inside, but you still like outside of it, because you really ain't had no situation with them?
Well, here's the thing. I knew them. You know what I'm saying? What happened was, when we got out of our situation with Rough Nation, Cash Money was trying to sign the whole group.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they flew all of us to Miami. We was with them for like a month, maybe a month and a half, while they was trying to, work out the paperwork to get us signed. So we were around them on the road with them. We was in Miami, went to Atlanta with them. We was on tour buses and everything with them.
Okay.
And to me, it was just kind of like, I saw a few things that just kind of stood out to me that that I was like, I don't know if this is the move. You know what I'm saying? It was a few people that just was kind of, that was with them that was disgruntled. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, if these dudes from where y'all from and they feeling like this, like how it's going to be for
Yeah, it's going to be worse for
us. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Philly or whatnot. So ultimately, the group didn't sign with them, but Gil was, rocking with them. So he did a solo deal with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so unfortunately, that went left. You know what I'm saying, with him and them. But he was there with them for, a few years, trying to figure it out and whatnot. So when shit started going left, I wasn't surprised because I saw how things had been with them and other artists that they had. You dig what I'm saying? So I wasn't surprised. And knowing Gil and how he is, I wasn't surprised when it went left.
You knew how it was going to go,
Yeah. Oh, when he felt as though he was, not being, fairly treated or whatnot, I knew that was going to go left.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you think that happens more often than we actually see, as far as like music consumers and stuff like that?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah. I mean, because, when contracts come into play, when contracts and money come into play, man, shit can go left real quick.
Yeah.
Fuck you homies and all. That shit go left real quick. You dig what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you might not hear of it because people might not want their business out there like that. You dig what I'm saying? But it happens more often than not.
Oh, wow. Did you ever get to work with Timbaland?
Here's a funny thing. Working with Pusha in the clips and whatnot, it was always Pharrell and a few other producers outside of that, and it wasn't like a Timbaland. You dig what I'm saying? Like Tim was around because we were in Virginia working, but we never worked with him. But I think it was Pusha's second album, Darkest Before Dawn, the joint that Puff is executive produced. Timbaland reached out, you dig what I'm saying, and sent a pack of beats. And that's, we didn't get to work in the studio with him, but he sent over some beats and whatnot. I was like, all right, cool, here y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all do today. It was kind of like a test, let me see what y'all do to these. And the joint I'm on with Pusha is called Got 'Em Covered, and that's a Timbaland joint.
Okay. What is it like working with Chad Hugo?
Oh man, Chad is like one of the dopest to be in the studio with. Just because he's quiet, but he let his music do his speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like he come in, he add to songs or he'll take stuff away and whatnot, and then you like, oh shit, I didn't even think that. You know what I'm saying? Look at it that way and whatnot. So he's one of the best to work with.
Did you work on the last Chad Hugo release?
No.
No.
No, I think I was around because a lot of times we work in the same studios. So I was around when he was working on it. So I would come in and hear certain things and whatnot.
Okay. So at one point, you Push, Mollis, and who was the other member of Real Gang?
Sandman.
How did that all come together? Sandman's from Philly too, right?
Yeah, from Philly.
What part of Philly he's from?
Sandman is from Uptown. I want Germantown, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did that group?
The raps going back to the DVDs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because he used to be on like Big Star joints.
Yeah, shout out to Big Star. Shout out to Big Star, yeah.
And, Pusha was a huge fan of those joints.
Yeah.
So when I was on the road with the Clips, because I had been running with them for a couple years, and we would watch them on the tour bus, like all the Big Star joints. Whoever was doing them joints back then, we was watching them. And he saw Sandman on there. I was like, yo, man, what's up with, you know him? And I knew him from, being in different studios in Philly. So he was like, yo, man, why don't you reach out to him, see if he want to come to the studio and let's just get in there and vibe. So flew Sandman down to Virginia. You dig what I'm saying? I was in LA at the time working with Draft, flew in. Then we locked in the studio for a couple of days and worked on a few records. Okay. And then like where that went. So, we took it from there. That's how the Rehab Gang started.
Oh, crazy. So y'all released 2 projects?
We did 3 mixtapes. And one of them wound up being like a terrible ass album that that got put together. We had
Which one?
It was actually an album that came out on what the E1 used to be. I forget what independent label they used to be. They took one of our mixtapes and we rhymed to all these instrumentals and they took and made all these terrible ass original beats around our verses. And all this shit was horrible. And I didn't get to hear it literally until like a day before it came out and shit.
Oh, that sucks.
And I heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
And I was going to say,
that
doesn't happen a lot.
No?
No.
Okay.
In this instance, it was terrible though. I mean, when you work on something, you dig what I'm saying, and then it get in someone else's hands, you dig what I'm saying, and then they mishandle it. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit was terrible.
So when that happened, y'all can't stop it? Like y'all have no say?
No.
No, they just take it and just...
Well, it was, everything was signed off on. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, paperwork.
Yeah. And they were actually, it was a deadline that it had to be out within, right?
Okay.
And they had these producers come in, or the beats they picked out literally that leading up to that week. So shit was getting done in real time. And then the day before...
They just threw that shit on there.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah, that was a bad job.
All right, so then at one point, Miles stopped rapping. What was that like? Did y'all know he was gonna stop rapping, or?
Well, it was a lot of shit going on like at that time. I think my man Roscoe Peach Coltrane that got locked up. He had caught like a case, like a serious case. He got locked up, and then the Clips manager got locked up and hit with like a kingpin charge.
Oh
You know what
shit!
I'm saying? And it didn't get no closer to our circle because we were, we traveled on the road most of the year, and he was with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is somebody that you travel with. You know what I mean? Like, every week. You know what I'm saying? So when he got locked up, and him and all his folks in Virginia got locked up, and we know all of them from, just hanging around and being whatnot. It was kind of crazy. So I think Malice, just took a step back. You know what I'm saying? Because of all that was going on, and just trying to get his life right. You know what I'm saying? Because he wrote a book and just stepped away from music.
Oh shit! All right, so after that, I'm trying to remember the timeline. So
yeah, that was like 2009,
Yeah.
going into 2010, like 2008, 2009.
Was it 08?
Like right now. Yeah, it's like end of 08, 09. Yeah, 'cause that's when the last Clips album came out. Like Malice,
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
right after that.
'Cause that's right. That's like our freshman year of high school when that came out. Yeah. Yeah, that's how young we is.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Pusha T and Wayne beef. Do you know where it stems from? Because I always heard it came from a Bape hoodie. And I'm like, that beef can't stem from that. There's no way.
Here's what I think. I think it was an interview that was done with Wayne because people associated Babe and Nate with like Pharrell and the Clips.
Yeah.
Because the dude Nigo who owns it and Pharrell are super close.
Yeah.
Like we were going over to Japan when Babe and Nate first popped here. We went over to Japan and like performed at his 10th anniversary party and was rocking the clothes and all that whatnot. So a lot of people associated Babe and Nate with Pharrell and the Clips because they wore it.
Yeah.
So when Wayne would start wearing it, and he was kind of coming to his own as, you know what I'm saying, as one of the top rappers.
Yeah, he was a Carter Wayne, yeah.
Exactly. He did an interview, and they asked him, you know what I'm saying, about, the Babe and Ape shit or whatnot, and he kind of downplayed it or whatnot. And when they spoke to that's being a Clips thing, he kind of threw a derogatory, you know what I'm saying, like jab at them. When they didn't have any beef, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I guess it was just kind of him disassociating himself from something that wasn't him, but he didn't take the diplomatic way with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's them. That ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what it stemmed from.
Oh, wow, that's crazy, bro.
Mel Eagles, man.
Mel Ego.
Ego was crazy, man.
I remember, like hearing Exodus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was you there for that process?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yo, what was it like hearing that for the first time?
No, it was crazy because the music for it just set it up so dope. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like if you listen sonically, take the lyrics away and just listen to the music.
Like that joint was different.
It was menacing. Yeah, I mean, because it's a flip on Biggs, What's Beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was done in a way that was like brand new. You dig what I'm saying? So hearing the music itself was like, oh no, this is some shit. You dig what I'm saying? So then once you had them lyrics on top of that, it was just
it was like, and then the video, that took it to another, that took it to the moon, like,
most definitely.
Yeah. So now, just to fast forward a little bit, then Drake and Push get into it a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that like hearing Drake's first initial diss and then hearing Push response on the Jay-Z John? I can't remember the name of it right now.
What was funny about it was little shots had been taken.
Yeah, they both was shooting back and forth.
Like, it was like, just little shit or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And I think when Push, I think the album he did with Ye was coming out, the Detroit Infrared.
The
Infrared was on. I think the day it dropped, like, I think Drake dropped the disc the same day.
I think it was a day later.
No, it came
was
out
the same
at
day?
midnight.
No, yeah.
He dropped
it
the same day. He dropped it like that afternoon. It came out at midnight.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, because I had, a bunch of, folks hit my phone like, yo. Like, I didn't know what was going on and whatnot. So when they hit my phone like, yo, go on the internet. I went on the internet. I'm like, oh, shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Do
you think he had, like, wind of it before the album dropped?
Well, what I will say is the week leading up to Push's album come out, he was having listenings. You know what I'm saying? So I think the song was being played.
And somebody
listening.
like,
yeah.
Okay. That story Autodon, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that John's crazy.
That John.
That John's crazy.
My thing always been, I always compared it to a boxing match. Like, Drake was hitting hard, but Push was still in the fight. And Push just had that mean left hook that you ain't see coming. That's what I compare it to.
It was like the Joe Frazier Muhammad Ali fight. Like Joe had that hit him with that left that really hurt.
Yeah.
You seen that fight?
Yeah,
I'm a boxer, so
Yeah.
I watched them fight. Yeah, it was kind of like that.
I would say more like George Foreman, how
Yeah.
Ali was just doing the rope-a-dope thing the whole time, and then 8th round come around, I'm on your ass. I always compare it like to that. So what was it like hearing that story of Autodon this? Was you there for that process as well, or?
Yeah, I was around, and you know, it was funny because, you know, by me being so close to the situation, you know, and them being family to me, you know what I'm saying? Like when anything arises, you know, I get phone calls from homies, family members, you know, like, yo, like what's going on with your folks? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this happened, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So, you know, when I was first getting the calls, like, you know, that Drake had dissed him and whatnot, I listened to it and whatnot. And I laughed, honestly, when I first heard it, because I'm like, I mean, he had a few slick, you know, lines in there and whatnot. I was like, oh man, you know, as far as diss records go, you know what I mean? Because to me, like, our era diss records aren't like diss records from previous years. You know what I'm saying? Like when you had Hit 'Em Up and you had, you know what I'm saying?
Totally
like,
different.
Yeah.
Wait, no Vaseline and all that.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So diss records in this era is more so who's slicker, who's clever. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, you know, the wordplay. It isn't like you feel like somebody's going, you know, be harmed or, you know, something gonna happen after that. So to me, you know, just listening to like the artistry of it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how slick was it funny or whatever the case may be. You know, I listened to it and I was like, I wasn't mad as, you know, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, going out there and whatnot. But then knowing on the flip side of that what was gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, okay, cool. We're gonna see where this go. You know what I mean? So, you know, for all my folks that was reaching out to me, you know what I mean, trying to like, yo, what was going on or whatnot, like that next week, you know what I mean, when shit switched, came back the other way, then it was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, it was like a tennis match where you see somebody hit it this way, but you see that? Yeah. So, you know, that was fun to see, like up close.
And then Drake didn't, like nothing happened after that. But he did, like the rumor was Drake had some shit, like whereas though he could quote unquote end Push's career. Like you think that was like a real thing? You think like Drake really had something in like the chamber, or you just like, nah?
I don't think so.
See, that's what I said. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I was waiting.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I mean, you never know. But you know, to me, it's like, you know, the era I'm from. You dig what I'm saying? It's like when it's on,
It's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And I couldn't see somebody getting in the way of the dudes who I was a fan of and saying, no, hold up. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I never saw that. You dig what I'm saying? So that was different for me. But then I had to look at what this era is. You dig what I'm saying? And like,
Then the other thing is like Push said that was like part one.
Yeah, he had a couple
Like,
parts.
he said he was like well prepared.
I was waiting for no parts.
Like, why we can't?
I was waiting for that.
I'm a fan of Rat Beef. I love it actually. Like
Some of the best records came from Rat Beef.
You
Yeah.
gotta have good competition in hip hop, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta have it sometimes. I think everybody better.
It keep you on your toes.
It does.
Yeah. And it keep you sure it's hurt.
no, most definitely. Like, you know, the skill part of it is what I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Like when it go left and you know what I'm saying, it turned into something else.
Yeah.
It's not what I enjoy seeing. I enjoy seeing motherfuckers doing music at a high level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what we gonna get out of that. That's what I enjoy seeing. You know what I mean? So I thought that might have been that a little longer, but it wound up not being. But I mean, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. That's the problem with it. It's very entertaining. So when did the Push and Kanye deal come together?
That was 2010.
Okay.
Because I think Push had went out to Hawaii when he was working on Dark Twisted Fantasy. And And then that's when they first locked in the studio and started working. And then I think he signed with Good Music like right after that.
Okay. So was there like a point where you met Kanye and y'all kind of worked on things?
Here's the funny thing, just by the dots all connected, everybody being in the music business, I had met Ye years earlier.
Years prior to that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, back when he first was starting, you know what I'm saying, is when I first met him. And then, we bumped into each other a few times over the years. And then actually, I think when he turned, I think he was 30, he had run out the Louis Vuitton store in New York. And he only had the Clips perform and Pharrell.
Okay.
And I think Cudi. Yeah, I mean, and
Cudi,
I was
who's
there.
that?
Kid Cudi.
Oh, Kid Cudi. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and I was there with the Clips and performed, at his birthday party that he had at the Louis Vuitton store and whatnot. So we had saw each other a few times, over the years and whatnot. But then when Push signed with him, that's when we really locked in and started working with Ye like all the time.
All right. So now are you currently working with Kanye?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote on the last 4 albums.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won a Grammy for the Jesus King joint. I wrote on Donda.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeezus and a bunch of other songs outside of that.
What's the process of working with Kanye? 'Cause I'm more than sure it's like a really strenuous job to be working with him.
What I can say is unique. You know
Really?
what I'm saying? Like, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to work with just about everybody that I've been a fan of in music. And working with Ye is unique. You dig what I'm saying? Because him just being who he is, just it's different. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But creatively, what I can say is creatively, when you're in the studio with him, you see the high level that he works at, and how everybody around him works at that high level. So that part of it I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, when we worked on Donda, they flew us out. We went to San Francisco and really locked in working on that joint. And it was a bunch of, it's always a bunch of people there. Some of them some producers, some writers, engineers, and then it'd be people that you don't know. But it's a whole group of people. But what you do know is everybody fire. That's why they there. So a little weird nigga that's in the corner, that nigga fire. Whatever he do, that white man over there, whatever that white man do, he fire. You know what I'm saying? And then as the project comes together, and then it comes out, and you start seeing this person did this and that. You're like, oh shit, that was the little weird nigga. That was white man. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got their part to play.
Yeah, everybody, everybody's fired what they do. He makes sure that everybody surrounding is high level talent. You know what I'm saying? That's great music come from that.
All right. Is there a reason why there's no Donda 2? As far as on streaming platforms?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing about Ye. You never know when is something gonna come out, if it's really gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? When it's gonna come out, nothing. So all you can really do is just work. You know what I'm saying? Work on the music and whatnot, and then when it's supposed to be presented, or when he feels like it's time for something to come out. Then because there be records that get worked on. And you might not hear for years.
Really?
You might feel like that song, you'll never hear that joint, then that shit drop on the album and be a single.
You got an example? What's a crazy joint that?
The joint that was just on Donda, that Lil Baby was on.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget.
What's the name? Give me 1 second. What's the name?
What's my man name from Canada? The Weeknd.
Yeah.
The Weeknd on that joint too.
I can't remember the name of the song, but I know which one it is.
Yeah, but that was a joint that was worked on.
They been there.
Years. Yeah.
You said years?
Yeah, years. Ye had worked on the joint, I think when we was doing Jesus King.
Okay.
When he first had the first idea for it, or whatever the case may be. And this is a joint that just kind of been around. It would be on the board, then it'd be off the board. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot. And then at the last minute, it was on the board, and then the Weeknd came and laid something to it and whatnot, and it came out.
Is that ever frustrating as a creator, where though you can make something and you got a mindset where it's going to drop soon, but then it just fades away, and then all of a sudden
it can be. You dig what I'm saying? But here's the thing of working with Ye. Most times, who's ever working with Ye understands that your contributions may make it, may not. He's a person that goes down to the wire. You know what I'm saying? He'll switch out songs or beats at the last minute. You dig what I'm saying? So you never know. You just try to work on what you think is the dopest way that you can, help get, something done and just, see if it, you know what I'm saying? Like it ultimately makes it or not. So it can be frustrating, but it depends on who you're working with. If you're working with somebody that, that comes along with it, then it's less frustrating.
All right. What's like seeing Push in the studio?
Man, what I tell people is it's real laid back. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're working with different creatives, you never know what their process is. You know what I'm saying? As far as like if there's a lot of people around, if there's music in there, if it's drinks and smoke and all that and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, but one thing I can say about the environments that, he has around it that we have around like super chill and laid back. And anybody that come in the studio is just like, oh man, no, I didn't expect, you know what I'm saying? This level of like, shit, work get done, you know what I'm saying? And niggas be out. It'd be that simple.
What's the name of the song? I Still Wanna with Ross. Is you Ross and Push?
Yeah.
So did you get to see like Ross put his work into?
No. What happened was with that joint in particular, it was the first time that we had traveled with Ye and them.
Okay.
Like when Push signed with them, he was like, "Yo, your passport, updated, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, we supposed to be going somewhere soon." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool." So I'm not knowing where we going. So then he called me and was like, "Yo, we going to Abu Dhabi." And I was like, "Saudi Arabia?" Like, fuck, we going to Saudi Arabia?
You off.
They're like, yeah, want to work in Saudi Arabia and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I mean, so we fly to Abu Dhabi and shit. And I mean, and when we got there, I think Ross had sent his verse.
Okay.
He had sent his verse over and whatnot. So Push and I, knocked that joint out while we were in, Abu Dhabi and shit. We weren't there long, but we, that's what but we were able to create in a space that was like, oh nigga, we
nice.
We the spot that they gave Ye to work was in the Emirates Palace.
Wow.
It's like 50 million in chandeliers in this joint. In this palace. And they had these rooms that, you know what I'm saying, these real dope looking rooms where people before concerts with the VIPs would chill, and they let us turn them into studios. But shit was just real scenic, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So creating in those type of environments, like you come up with,
it's easy.
So you think like that the environment thing that like really does hold apart?
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like working with good music for the last 12 years, dog, man, I've got to like travel and work in some of the dopest environments like Abu Dhabi, Australia, London, Paris. We did Yeezy for like 3 months in Paris, Mexico, all around America, like Miami, LA.
The Atlanta Hawk Studio. The Atlanta Hawk Studio. Stadium.
That stadium. Yeah, which was crazy. Yeah, I mean, which was wild. You know what I'm saying? But it's always an adventure, I mean, with them. And he give us like amazing backdrops. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, Hawaii, I forgot Hawaii. But they'll be like, yo, we going to Hawaii. And then we just go there and just lock in. You know what I'm saying? And then you there for like a month, 3 weeks, or whatever the case may be. And, just seeing different shit and, working in those environments just make your creativity different.
So do you still like currently rap, or do you just like A&R and producing stuff?
No, you know what? And here's the thing. Like, being on the creative end, as far as the songwriting, A&R and stuff like that, is cool. It's something I love to do. But here now, I feel like, to get my rap shit off. So Spade and I, we put out a project in 2019 called Glory.
Yeah. And that's when Spade first came. He was been home for like a year?
Yeah.
I remember hearing that. I was like, damn, like they still got it, bro. Like they still Spartans, bro. And it's like,
so we did that. And then he and I, we actually got a project that we finishing right now. Like,
really?
It was called Glorified.
Okay.
And, we about to shoot a video for a job it's called Dear Shooter. And it's basically an idea I had, like speaking to like all the youngers that's out here just drawing. And not on no like preaching shit, but on some like OG the young boy, like, young, you fucking drawing, fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, is this an exclusive?
Do
we got the exclusive?
Yeah.
Oh man, all right, man. All right.
I'm gonna give it to you. And I got Wallow talking on the end of it.
Really?
It's fire.
Right.
It's fire. Everybody that's heard it, it's fire.
You got a release date?
Probably next month.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on the video treatment right now.
Right. You heard it here first, live from the sandbox. All right, look out for that.
I ain't talked to nobody about it yet. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Dear Shooter, it's fire though.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
The city definitely need that.
Yeah.
We need
We
that
finished up the project now. I got Kiss on there.
Okay.
Me and Spade got Kiss on there. We'll see if we can push on the joint before we rap. And Siegel's supposed to be getting on the joint.
Oh man,
That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, but the project is crazy though.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think me having a relationship with a lot of producers is always helpful. You dig what I'm saying? Because when I'm working on music for myself, they're like, "Yo, here go a folder for you." You know what I mean? Just go ahead and get busy. You know what I mean? So that's been fun. Me and Spade been the last few months working on this, so we just about done it.
Yeah. Spade got his own podcast now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, got a podcast, trucking company, like, everybody just trying to expand and you dig what I'm saying? And like, just growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That's good shit.
Dang.
I
I can't wait for that.
can't wait to hear that, Joy. Oh man.
I know that's fire.
Good shit.
All right. I mean, outside of that, what else you been working on? Has you got any Yee songs coming out? Push songs, good music, anything?
Well, we about to lock back in with Ye. We actually locking in with Pharrell like in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
On some new music. We locking in with Ye probably like in the next couple months. I got an artist from Philly named Ant White.
I heard of him.
He's fire.
Heard of
He's
him.
fire. Push and I work with on a lot of stuff with him. He got some music we putting out, and then the collective that I told you at the beginning of the joint that I started. We writing and producing records for a lot of industry people right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So over the next 6 to 9 months, we should have a lot of music between writing and that we putting out coming out.
All right. Is there other guys from Philly that you looking at, or would you like to work with, or unknown talent that you would like to be presented to you?
I always got my antennas up for whoever's dope. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So I'm wide open. Like, yeah, I mean, so if y'all know somebody, point them in my
Yeah, I know.
direction.
My man right here, Money.
Damn, I'm all right.
My man
Okay,
talented.
okay.
No, my man talented.
Okay,
bro, so
okay. Nah, I
we
gotta
gonna
hear
we gonna
something.
we gonna put something together. I know some dope producers I can put in your ear.
Oh,
some
yeah.
good people.
Always trying to find what's next.
Yeah, we gonna talk after this.
Okay.
I got some people for you,
Okay, no, most definitely.
especially my man Money. We
Now we're gonna check money out.
yeah, we gonna take money out.
Really.
Yeah.
I meant to ask, my question is, do you going back off of the, us talking about like the diss tracks and stuff? What's your current opinion on like the state of hip hop now and like where it's at? Do you like where it's going at, or
I like a lot of new shit. You dig what I'm saying? Whereas though, typically like the generation before, they be like, nah. No, I like a lot of new shit. To me, I just feel like it got to be a balance. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Kendrick and Cole are two of the guys that, are really heralded as, you dig what I'm saying, the lyricists and this, that, and the other. But there's a lot of other shit that I like too. And I just feel like it got to be, like it's certain shit that I hear that I'm like, nah. Outside of if I'm in a club and music come on, like Lil Baby, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. You dig what I'm saying? Like if I'm somewhere getting a drink, that's a perfect. He made the perfect soundtrack for what I want to hear.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things I'm like, So I just feel like it should be more of a balance of just creativity. You dig what I'm saying? 'Cause there's so much shit that sound the same.
I was gonna say that.
I'm not mad at young energy. I love it. You dig what I'm saying? I just feel like it's so much of it that sounds the same. I can't differentiate who's who.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So a little bit more diversity, but I love the young energy though.
Do you hate how like people like compare lyricism as far as the new generation versus the old generation?
I do. I understand it. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're looking at something. You're looking at it from a vantage point of this is what I hold as what lyricism should be. You dig what I'm saying? And once you do that, you negating everything else. Because before, what you loved, it was some shit that you dig what I'm saying. People looked at it like that. So I try not to look at it like that. Like I don't try to hold the standards of the era that I came up in against what's going on now. It's totally different. The sonic's different. Like, the way they created different. Yeah, I mean, I try to look at things for exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and enjoy them for that.
Okay, my bad. Who's some guys from the city that you fucking with?
You know what? It's a lot of young guys that I see, like, come across my timeline or whatnot. I don't know their names, but I see them making noise. Like, what's the young guy that do them dances that?
Oh,
like,
DJ Crazy.
Yeah. And the guy who makes the song, whose songs are.
Oh, Zah Sosa.
Yeah. I love his energy.
I love it.
Love his energy.
I love it.
Yeah.
It sound good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was the one that was Drake recently.
Yeah. No,
that was Too Rare.
Yeah.
Too Rare. Yeah.
Two. Yeah.
Them, yeah.
I love the energy.
I like them young guys because it sound good and it got that Philly sound.
It's distinctive.
Yeah.
For the city.
Yeah.
Because it got that. Remember that party?
They went back to the
And it's not like they not talking about, you know, the ultra violent shit. So I can definitely get behind it.
Yeah.
No, they be talking some shit in there, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta listen.
but
They talk regular.
You gotta listen.
regular
To shake
shit,
that
though.
John, like you don't really.
You gotta listen. You gotta read these.
No, I'm listening, but I'm telling you, like to shake that John, or anything that DJ Crazy been coming out with is not like that side of it. It's in there because you know,
Really?
yeah,
That's what we do.
but it's not
ain't
it's not pop
everything.
music. I would say.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
yeah,
the-
but I'm a big fan of either lyricism or the energy that you bring and whatnot. So if it's not a lyric thing, if you got a good energy about yourself and you know just confident in what you're doing and expressing it the right way, like I'm a fan.
I'm gonna throw some names at you. Core.
Oh, of course, that's my youngin.
Yeah.
That's my youngin.
Okay.
I met him like early on. You know, when he first was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, making a name and whatnot. And we were in LA. We caught up, you know, I connected with Push. Like, we sat down, like, had like a dope conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just about music and life and shit like that. So, seeing him from that point, you know, just kind of progress, you know what I'm saying? It's been dope. It's my youngin, though.
You always bring him up, bro. And we tell you he a young OG. Like,
Core.
yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely a young OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as really go, he an OG in the game,
He
man.
definitely. He got like what, like
You been in for a minute.
7 mixtapes now. Like,
Yeah. First time I heard Core was my freshman year at college. That was 2011,
Yeah, you been around for a
and
while.
he been on tear ever since.
Yeah.
his last joint was a good joint.
Yeah. Supposed to be coming out something soon.
Yeah. I like Core. I
Yeah,
rock
I fuck with
him.
Core,
Yeah.
yeah.
He get busy.
Yeah. He nice. Quilly.
Quill is entertaining. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, I know Quill.
I mean, Spade is on the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
on deck
He's-
entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So we used to record at the same studio. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Quill is entertaining. You know, I love it. Like, I love it. I'm a person. I love characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people that a strong character and whatnot. So he has a strong. He's a strong character. So I enjoy it. It's entertaining, and he can rap.
Yeah, he represents.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Quilly.
He was always
top.
top tier to me, man.
Yeah.
He can rap.
He was always top tier to me.
Yeah. NH.
NH, man, I feel like, always got busy. Like a dope skill set. You know what I'm saying? Like I always appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love hard, street driven hip hop. That's my foremost, that's my love. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I hear that, I gravitate toward it.
Cheeky Roll, how about that?
Oh man, listen, that guy.
That's another area Ave legend.
Exactly. No. He always got busy. And we ran into each other a couple of times. And man, it's crazy love that he showed me, but I always let him know, man, like I rock with him.
Meek.
Meek?
Yeah.
Man, from the first time I heard Meek, I always would tell people like his energy being through the roof, to me it's like what helped propel him to where he is. You know what I'm saying? Because, being from Philly, a lot of cats from Philly already have a skill set because most of us can rhyme. You know what I mean? But having the energy to match that, you know what I'm saying, to take it to a next level, it's been dope for me to see. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because when we first met, like I knew his music and would see him at the studio. And he came up to me one day and he said, yo, in the Hot Damn video, I was one of the young boys wheeling the bike.
I was about to say a fun fact. He was in that video.
Yeah. Because we from the same, hood. Because I grew up, my grandma was from down like 28th and Columbia, Cecil B. Moore, but not. My cousins got money on 23rd Street. So
Okay.
he's from right there.
All right.
Man, Philly really small.
Super small.
man.
Yeah.
Philly really small.
I was just saying last night, we was talking about, I forget what we was talking about. I was saying like, yo, you can get anywhere in the city in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I said that from where we live at, bro.
Yeah.
It's convenient. Like,
Yeah. I'm going to say two more names who I feel like should have definitely been signed. I don't know why.
Okay.
First, I'm going to say Joey Jihad.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Always can rap. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining. You know what I mean? And it's, sometimes, you question, you pose that question like, damn, why this didn't happen or why that didn't. And for whatever reason, it didn't. But to me, that don't take away from the fact that it being dope or them being dope. I always thought he was dope and could rap. It was entertaining.
And the last person who I always thought was an alien, Vodka.
I was going to say that, bro.
Yo, that's
I knew
Yo,
he
he
was
was
gonna say that.
different.
No, definitely.
He was
Vodka
different.
was nice, bro.
I knew he was going to say that.
it's funny because, it's a few cats that, like, lyric-wise, from Philly, I always kind of, like, gravitated to. And he's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that not just his lyricism, but his delivery was just so unique. And nobody could, like, copy that, or you can't copy that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's definitely one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. Him and Hollow Man like
Hollow Man, yeah.
Hollow Man. Hollow Man are two of my like personal. Like,
Hollow Man is RJ Payne now. No, not Hollow Man. Hollow Man from Erie, right?
No, Hollow Man is
Hollow Man.
Who RJ Payne? RJ Payne is Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yo,
Hollow
I'm
Man.
surprised you didn't say
Hollow Man, he,
Reed.
What was that rap he did?
Yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, I'm so.
Oh, which one?
No, I was thinking of Hollow Man. What's the famous John he did?
I remember when him and
The John when he was on Erie, in front of one of them clothing stores on Erie at the time. He had a legend. I can't think off my head, but
I remember
the pictures in my head.
PC, proceed with caution, protect your chest or you'll get put in a coffin. Yeah, that John was coming for that John.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Hollow Man John.
Yeah. Reed was there too, though.
Yeah.
Reed was right. He was right there.
That was a good little like clip. That video of them in front of that store in Erie with Hollow Man and them. That was a good little cipher.
That was Hollow Man Fly Boys at the time. I want to say D Jones was out there. I think
he was out there.
I believe he was.
I think Slaughter Rico was too.
Slaughter Rico was out there.
Slaughter Rico. God damn.
He's still nice.
Yeah.
He's still
That's
nice.
my guy. I know
He's still nice.
I forget dude's name, but he from around there. He rich. You know Richie Rolex?
I do. Yeah,
His man was out there too. It was him and somebody else. I can't remember the dude's name, but they was hot. Yeah, Erie got so many legends, bro. Like as far as
Philly
rap history
period,
go.
man.
Yeah.
Philly period.
I'm gonna say two more, and I'm not gonna name no more rappers. Tour from West Philly. You know
what? I just really getting into his music.
Okay.
But I think he's dope.
Yeah, he's super dope. Yeah. He just signed a deal with Dope Shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully he take off. And my personal favorite right now, as far as the young guys go, OT7 Kwani. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No, not yet.
Yeah,
and I like Leaf Ward.
Huh?
I like Leaf Ward.
Yeah, Leaf Ward is super dope. Super dope. But OT7 Kwani, he's from North. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay, send me something. Yeah,
he's a person favorite of mine. Yeah. We're gonna talk. I got some people to send to you, so for sure. Another question I had was, so it seemed like as far as Philly go, there's always just one. It's State Property. Well, before that, Will Smith, Roots, you guys, State Property, and then it was Meek. It's never like we all just get signed. Excuse me, Eve.
Yeah.
It's not like we all just here at the same time. It's always seemed like it's a big gap.
Yeah.
In between each signing. You know, like you give me insight. What you think that's about?
Nah, I really feel like because we didn't have outlets here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to Atlanta, you see all the people that's there that's popping, but there's outlets there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had the talent here, but we didn't have any outlets, no labels. In our era, you know what I'm saying, that was doing it. And then you looked at New York, Atlanta, or like LA, you know what I'm saying? And it was like everybody had to go outside of here, to make something happen. And, once you create that opportunity, then it can flourish. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of what I was telling you, us starting a collective of like writers and producers in Philly. We trying to have an outlet. You know what I'm saying, for like artists like that from here that we rock with, to be able to come out and like have albums out, videos out, features and all that and whatnot. So not having outlets, I feel like always hindered us as a city from like creating that like you see in Atlanta or somewhere else.
Okay,
that's what I said. We always had the talent, but we never had the like you said, the labels, the outlets. Who you feel like had the going back on all those names you just said? Who you feel like had the biggest run in Philly, or what was your favorite?
Well, I feel like Meek, because Meek been what?
Been a minute.
Yeah, been a minute.
Wow.
That he he been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
Meek has, to me, like the longest run that I can think of, or somebody from here.
You know what? I don't know how he slipped my mind. AR had.
Oh yeah,
had a crazy run.
Yeah. Ab had a good
crazy run.
He from our hood too.
Huh? He from Runaway. Yeah, Free Ad. Yeah.
I mean,
he had a crazy run.
Down for a minute.
Yeah. Good guy though. Good guy.
Yeah, I met Ab a few times. He's a good dude. Yeah.
Nah, good dude. Like whenever I saw him, we always had good conversations.
Yeah.
Good dude from around the way.
Yeah. You think you could put any of these new guys in front of Push or Ye? I feel like we got the talent. It's just like you said, we don't have the sources sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like everybody who's dope at what they do, can go in front of those guys and be able to hold their own. Now it's just like, where can you take it? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, the one thing that we've been able to do is music has changed 4 or 5 times since we first started doing music. You know what I'm saying? And we've been able to navigate through every time music, has changed. Like Pusha album came out, was #1 in the country. It's the first #1 album he had in his career. And that's 20 years into his first album came out in 2002. Yeah. So for this album to come out in 2022, you know what I'm saying, to be #1, it just lets you know that you're in tune with what's going on and ahead of the curve sonically, you know what I'm saying, for it to connect with people. So being able to take it to the next level, whatever it is that you do creatively, is what it's about. So any of those young guys that's talented, I feel like I can get in front of him, whatnot. But it's like, where are you going to take it to? Yeah. You can't do the same thing with what you're doing. Or if you're going to do that, you have to raise the bar in what you're doing.
Right. Do you think it's easier to get signed now or versus back then?
Yeah. And here's the thing about it. With social media and the internet, as far as like, being able to put your own music out, it's so much easier to be an independent artist. You know what I'm saying? They're not really need a label.
I was going to ask you that. Do you think it's even like worth it now to go and sign a deal if you like popping independent?
No. It's smart to stay independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get more of the money, you get more control over what you're doing, and you don't have to make pennies on,
right.
your investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, labels still gonna always, be bigger and broader.
Yeah, that machine behind you.
You know what I'm saying? But you look at what you take away from that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got like a deal with, so you got to give up your publishing, your merch. You know what I'm saying? And your show money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go independent. If you can get it if you can get things popping independently, and you're able to keep all of that, it's smarter to do it that route. To me.
Right.
All right. You got any more questions, bro?
I don't think so. What was your going back to Meek? What's your opinion on him? Being an independent artist now.
I think it's great because I feel like for anybody who's had success and being signed to a major, now you've been exposed to so many people. You know what I'm saying? So now if you could keep at least half of those people still rocking with you, buying your music and whatnot, when you go independent, it's gonna be a windfall for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what he'll be able to see independent now, if that's how he continue to go forward, he'll be cool.
And that's why I feel like it depends. Like, if you like a known artist and you sign that deal for the exposure, I feel like it's you taking a loss on earning your money, but you got that machine behind you, so you get in that fame and that notoriety. And it don't got to be that long of a deal. So once you are finished that deal, and you got that fame already. You can go independent and get the money you worth. It's a longer route probably, but
but if you able to keep a large part of your fan base,
I feel like Meek definitely gonna keep a large part of his fan base. He gonna come up. No. I feel like he's in a good position where he's at going independent. It'll make sense.
He's not going nowhere.
It'll make sense for him to sign a deal. Like,
I don't know. This is my opinion. I feel like if I was a rapper and I was like trying to get myself out there, I would probably just try to sign like the short-term deal, like
that's
the
what
shortest.
I'm saying. It makes sense.
Would that make sense?
But most record
they won't let you make.
It's gonna be like a full.
They're gonna lock you in because they're gonna invest in you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't get money's worth.
Yeah.
Why do you think, as far as like the business behind rap, is such like
it's so
shady and fucked up and
because it's all based on those things exploiting you. You know what I'm saying? Like record labels are really like a bank.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a bank.
Yeah, they're giving you a loan.
Yeah. We give you this loan, and we everything that we do, you're in the red for. You know what I'm saying? Until it's all paid back. You know what I'm saying? But even once you pay it all back, what you make off of the sales and now streams, that's fucked up. Is how calculating those or whatever the case may be. It's all set up for you not to win. You know what I'm saying? Like financially, at all. You know what I'm saying? It's set up. So that's why a lot of people understand that the independent route, it's like, it's not rocket science putting records out, putting music out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a good marketing team and shit behind you, advertising, if you're on top of all those things, like it's not hard to put it out and be successful.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's good shit.
Your studio, is it up and running? Like,
yes.
How can people come and find if they want to see the music and stuff?
Yeah, they can hit me up on the gram. Real Ab Liva, ABLIVA.
Okay.
Yeah, hit me on social media and whatnot. And, I'll put them in contact with everybody that we got going on. We got, like I said, it's like between 15 and 20 of us, writers and producers.
Okay.
That's all working on music, writing for other artists we're working on, and really trying to build something here in Philly. Yeah.
What's the name again, so they can hear it? What's the name again?
Real Ab Liva.
No, the studio.
Oh, it's at Ford Studios.
Ford Studios? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, but they can hit me up on the gram and whatnot, and, I'll put them in the right direction.
Yeah, we need that, because there's so much talent.
So much talent in this city.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. We always try to tap into what's next.
You know what's funny? I remember years you was like, yo, why Meek always in Atlanta? Why he never in Philly? You remember that?
That's probably, but that's probably when he was fucking with. Remember he had a little deal with T.I. too.
Nah, this was after T.I.
Oh.
A lot of his videos he was shooting in Atlanta.
Atlanta's a fun place. You been there, bro?
Probably years ago. I don't remember.
Atlanta's popping.
Atlanta, you might say Atlanta a fun place, nigga.
I'm saying, like, is it one of those things where it's like he went there because there's more exposure better than Philly?
But you got to realize, in Atlanta, like, everybody is there and everybody's doing things and everybody collab. So you might have one street that got like 3 different studios on it. So you pull up and you're liable to see anybody in and out of them joints. Yo, what y'all got going on over there? Nigga come in your room. Like,
Okay.
Niggas in there pop. You jump on a song. You dig them saying nigga jump on your song. I see it happen all the time in Atlanta. I love working in Atlanta.
That's how I was with the first time I met Gilly was at Bad Cave.
Okay.
I was on that Bad Cave at Rug John. I was just in that John.
There.
I'm not gonna lie, I was high as shit. This was back in my young boy days. I was high as shit. And get this back when me and Toom was doing the whole Money Gang thing with Nah. And Gil had walked in. He walked in, he was like, and I'll lie to you not, my cousin was on the floor with a Nike. Like, the Nike was his pillow. He was over there asleep. And then the nigga had a bottle of syrup, like, in his hand. Like, and Gilly was like, yo, y'all niggas get fried like this? Like, yo, Money Gang niggas crazy. Like, and he, I never forget, he came in the joint, we just started chopping it up, and I still got it on my phone till this day. He did a cut for me. And he did a little, a little skit joint from like a little 2-minute joint.
Okay.
It was a good joint.
Right, that was
my first time meeting him though. And ever since then when I saw him, it was all love in Bad Cave. Bad Cave was a good studio.
Nah, it was. It
was so
a
many
good
different
people. You're running the
legendary studio.
It was a good joint.
What's up, everybody now? Bump J, Spado.
Oh man, everybody good, man. Bump was running his own studio.
Okay.
Bianca, she came last time. I haven't seen her in a while, so it was good to see her in spirits and whatnot.
Yeah.
Spade.
I had a crush on her. Yeah.
Oh man, so many people
I had a
like
crush
that.
on her.
Man, where the girl at? Like that's a question I get all the time. Like, yo, where the girl at? But it was good. It was good seeing everybody last night, man. We had a good time, man. We got drunk, talked a lot of shit, took a lot of pictures and whatnot. And it was good catching up with all my brothers and my sister.
Yeah, man. It was good. It was good to see, man.
Because it's rare you get a female in a rap group too. Like,
That can hold her own with the guys.
And that was the one thing that was dope about it. Like, nobody never wrote any of B raps. Like, nah, she like, nah, fuck that. You didn't. I mean, not that we tried, but she was like, nigga, I'm
my own shit.
I'm sit here and get this shit right.
Yeah, I remember them legendary freestyles when y'all was in the crib.
Yeah.
Held her on, bro. Yeah. So Bianca always had it. Yeah,
that's what I thought was dope about her when Bump first brought her to the circle. She came in and she was like loud. She was young because she was way younger than us, and she was loud and talking that shit. And I was like, oh man, I like her. You know what I'm saying? I like her. So she was a good fit.
Like you say, Philly definitely got some characters.
Yeah.
No, bunch of we got some funny ass characters. Like
we do. I enjoy it. It's entertaining.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good city and a bad city at the same time. Like. All in one.
I know. We gotta get it together.
If we could just if we can really put the brotherly love thing into like full effect, man, we can we can really get there. It's just everybody just so sectioned off and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and part of what I was saying, and just to piggyback off what you're saying, part of what we trying to do with this collective called The Ring that we started in Philly is get opportunities to creatives here. I mean, so hopefully it could help keep somebody, you dig what I'm saying, out the way of some dumb shit happening, or you dig what I'm saying, out the street or whatnot. So we trying to create an avenue for opportunities for people here in Philly.
Yeah, because we all talking about moving to find better opportunities because there's nothing here.
Yeah.
So we all like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, that's how we are now.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
On Ab Liva, the 6ix9ine Don.
Oh man, thank
We
you.
appreciate you,
Smooth
man.
stuff.
man.
Listen, it's been a great conversation.
Yeah.
It's been a
We
good powwow
appreciate
we
you, man.
had,
Thank you.
man. So I appreciate
Definitely.
y'all bringing me up, man.
Thanks for not like man, you little niggas don't know. Like,
Oh no,
Yeah, that's why I said
we was kids when man doing that era.
And I
so.
appreciate it, man. And it's always about what's next, man. So hopefully I can see you guys like flourish, and then one day we'll look back on when we were sitting in here chopping up, like nigga, that was the beginning.
I appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate you coming through.
No, most definitely.
We need more old heads like that, man. That,
Yeah, for
you know,
sure,
We
bro.
definitely do.
Give a helping hand down to the younger generation and not just shit on us, you know?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That should be terrible. I'll be seeing it happen. That shit's
Yeah,
terrible,
it's
man.
nutty, man.
It is. It is.
All right.
Nutty.
Thank you, man.
Nah, man.
Appreciate you,
good,
bro.
all right?
Definitely.
All right.
Let's wrap it up. Sandbox. We don't got no soundboard, right?
Yeah, if it's weird with no claps and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
This is the Sandbox.